Alright guys, welcome back to the new year. It's Tuesday, and this first couple weeks of the new year we're going to be working on we're going to be working on adding mixed numbers. Let me adjust this a little bit so my camera's better. So the first topic, yesterday we worked with fraction strips, just kind of understanding how to use them, how can they help us, and things we observed with them. Some things people observed with fraction strips yesterday was, even though no matter the size of the fraction, they all equaled 1. And the larger the denominator, the more pieces that equaled up to 1. Other people liked it because they could visualize or model the problem in their brain using the fraction pieces. So all week we're going to have the fraction pieces and all throughout this unit available to us if we need to use it. So today we're going to be working on lesson 10-3, added mixed numbers. So the first thing we need to do, and this is just kind of a review, we need to make sure we update our table of contents. We're going to have our date, which is today's January 9th. And then we're going to put our lesson, which is 10-3. And then our lesson topic, which is adding fractions. And then on my notebook, that's going to be found on page, let me see, go back, I believe it's 57. Page 57. Now guys, when I check your notebook, this is just a reminder. This right here is a standard. This is how it should look. If you're new, this is a great way of saying, okay, this is how my table of contents should look. Alright, so now I'm going to go through. I should already have my topic 10 divider in my notebook. And I'm going to go through and make sure that's updated. I need to explain something you hope to better understand by the end of this unit. We didn't do a pre-assessment score in here, so I'm just going to put NA. So now I'm just going to do a basic overview of how we take notes since we've been off a couple weeks. First thing I need to do is write my lesson, which is 10-3. Add in fractions. Next thing I'm going to put down is my essential question. My essential question is, how can you add mixed numbers? And then I'm going to write my example. And I'm going to use the example that's given to us in the top of page 236. And on the top of page 236 it says, Rhoda mixes sand with 2 2/3 cups of potting mixture to prepare soil for her cactus plants. After mixing them together, how many cups of soil does Rhoda have? Well, first we got to choose an operation. And I know that I mixed them together, so that means I added them together. So I know that I'm going to add 2 2/3 plus, if I look in the picture, I notice that she already has 1.5 cups of sand. So it's going to be 1 1/2 cups of sand. And the first thing I probably need to do is I probably need to rewrite this problem the other way, where I rewrite it up and down. So plus 1 1/2. So can I add this? Can I add 2 2/3 plus 1 1/2 without doing anything?
Yeah.
No. Because I have to have the common denominator. right now I have unlike denominators. So I need to find the least common multiple of 2 and 3. Now, I know that it's 6, but let's say I didn't know it was 6. I can come over here and I can do 3, 6, 9, 12, and I can go 2, 4, 6, and I can go, okay, 6 and 6. Now, all your papers should show this work. So right here, I should have, how many times does 2 go into 6? Well, that's times 3. So I know I need to times 1 by 3. How many times does 3 go into 6? Times 2. So that means I need to times 2 by 2. Because whatever I do to the denominator, I do to the numerator. Whatever I do to the bottom of the fraction, I do to the top of the fraction. Whatever I do to the divisor, I do to the dividend. Okay? So 1 times 3 is 3. 2 times 2 is 4. So can I add 4, 6, and 3, 6 now? I can, right? What is 4, 6, and 3, 6?
1.
Go ahead, Sally.
7, 6.
7, 6. If I simplify it, well, hold, Olivier, help me out. What is 2 plus 1?
2 plus 1 is 3.
If I add the whole numbers.
4, 1, 6. I mean,
Now, if I simplify this, what would I do?
simplify, you would take the 7, 6 and turn it to 1, 6. And then, because you have a whole and 1,
So what's going to be my whole number?
4 and 1, 6.
4 and 1, 6. Does that make sense to you guys? Do we understand that? I'm going to do one more example. I'm going to do 11 and a half plus 10 and 3/5. And I don't want you guys to write this example down. I want you guys just to watch. That's all I want you guys to do. Okay? So the first thing I have to do, my first rule, I have to have common denominators. So 2 and 5. So I'm going to do 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Oh, I know 5 goes into 10. So 5, 10. So I'm going to have equals 10. Equals 10. My next step, I need to find out how many times 5 goes into 10. How many times 2 goes into 10. 5 goes into 10 2 times, so I had to multiply by 2. 3 times 2, and then here is 5 times, so times 5 times 5. Could I do this in my head? Yes. But am I required to write this down? Yes. Because this is where you guys make the majority of your mistakes. 5 times 2 is 10. 3 times 2 is 6. 2 times 5 is 10. 1 times 5 is 5. So 1/2 is equivalent to 5/10. Our 3/5 is equivalent to 6/10. Okay? So then I'm going to add this together. 6 plus 5 is 11. Bring down my denominator. 11/10. 11 plus 10 is 21. I'm not done because my numerator is greater than my denominator. So I have an improper fraction. Whenever my numerator is greater than my denominator, I have an improper fraction. When it tells me to simplify, I can never just leave an improper fraction. Okay?
Yeah.
So if I go up here, so I need to, well, that I know that 10 goes into 11 one time, so that gives me another whole. So that gives me 22. And then that's going to give me 1/10. And that would be my final answer. Okay? I know you guys have done a lot of this before. I just don't know if you guys have done it with mixed numbers. Okay? So what I would like you guys to do on your own is I would like you guys to do I'd like you guys to do guided practice. On page 236. And I'd like you guys to do number 1 through 6. Now remember, once that's checked by Miss Russell or myself, I want you guys to do independent practice on page 237. And I'm going to do, let's do 13 to 21 all. And this is all as well. Let me slide it up so you guys can see. Alright guys, like always, leave some comments behind. Let me know what I'm doing. Help me make this video better for this year and then into next year. Alright guys, have a great day.